And back with the sacred mission. On the sacred mission, the cumuli give to the earth the electricity negatively charged without any other apparent manifestations that the possible little malaise one may feel during cloudy weather. How then do the exchange of electricity occur for the balance between the earth and the atmosphere? Answer: by the action of point. Very simply said, by the action of rod-like points, such as it was explained to you in your first lesson of physics in elementary school. Freaking bees. Go away, bro. Go away. I'm not gonna hurt you, but go away. Yeah, we'll find someone else to pick. Or go on a flower or something. Find a flower. So yeah, so electricity jumps easily without sparking points to points. Not so easily to a blunt object, but with a big display of sparks. Think of the lightning rod, which by the effect of its points permits the exchange of electricity with that of the earth without the spark of the lightning. Luckily, got a mango stuck in my tooth. Luckily, billions of other points exist on Earth. Otherwise, I believe that one would see lightning shining and crackling in semi-permanent stormy days. What is lightning really? You have understood that it is a brutal pouring of too much electricity that did not find passage through points ready to receive it. Shotland, the scientist, measured in a precise manner the quantity of electricity passing through a 12-foot high tree during stormy weather. He noticed that it was far from negligible. In this instance, it is well understood that this was an exchange of the accumulated positive on Earth with the negative of the cumuli in the atmosphere, since the cumuli recharged the Earth with negative charge. Without being aware of the precious role played by points in the exchange of currents between the atmosphere and the Earth, and the maintenance of the equilibrium of the terrestrial electrical field, nevertheless, the effects of points have always been noticed by men. And so we have noticed fireballs during stormy time at the summit of certain trees, or around the top of masts of sailing ships. These balls of fire had been mysterious to our ancestors. The sailors of Middle Ages even today consider them as diabolic, since they always were followed by storms. Interesting. Very interesting stuff. I don't agree with everything in his book because some stuff I have changed. I have changed a bit, like the globe and stuff. It's not proven. There's no picture of the Earth, so we don't know where we are. One should not. Where on Earth? We're here right here, right now. It's what we do. One should note here that the electrical charge of the cumulus nimbus is not yet very well explained. Several hypotheses are present and have good advocates of defense. The hypothesis of Wilson seems to have the most credit today. However, let us leave this. We know the game of the cumuli now, and this is all we need. We know about the currents exchanging between the atmosphere and the Earth. We know about the telluric currents, which are weak currents moving horizontally a few inches under the surface of the Earth. Now we have concluded the difficult explanation, and I promise that the following letters will be less severe. Sixth letter. The sixth letter. A prime letter, as it will give you the definition of sacred mission. As you have already been advised on my previous letters, the Earth must constantly exchange electricity with the atmosphere, being held by pointy ends. From the points of mountain top to a pointy leaf or grass, it is indispensable that the Earth show its surface with sufficient number of points to satisfy this immense permanent compensation between the positive and negative charge exchange. So in order to be given the right of life, nature asked that this tree, in a way to participate in the gigantic effort, and that all living things must deploy for the maintenance of the electrical equilibrium of the Earth. Let us understand, of course, that the sacred mission does not work as a game without discipline, without effort, such as a simple conductor elements offering a little constant resistance. A copper wire, for instance. Let us look at the exchange of open mouths in each direction awaiting their input of electricity. For more clarity, we could imagine a multitude of minuscule funnels in each direction exchanging positive for negative in each direction, include plants, leaves, pine needles. I will expand later on the effect of rocks, animals, and even people. Now here is the definition of the sacred mission. To each living thing on earth, whether vegetable, animal, nature confers the right to life as long as it accepts to work as an antenna of positive or negative in a storm or even in sunlight, depending on circumstances of need. Points within all natural things act as funnel of electrical exchange. The larger body acts as the exchange element between the points and Earth. All living beings must conduct themselves according to the particular conditions applicable to each individual. One's particular nature must be accomplished by an effort demanded by his nature that constantly gives the resistance or the conductivity corresponding to the psychological needs. That is satisfying his obligation to the Earth by transmitting as required the current of electricity. The living being has to abide by these conditions, otherwise abandons his right to health and life, and nature see to it constantly. Think about this. That's why I said nature is hearing us. I'm out.